You're an astronaut. I'm a lady with a rocket. Will you go to space with me? Or fall for the galaxy while we run away to the Middle East? You drop me off with strawberries on a bus to Tel Aviv. Never thought I'd fit right in a world I've never been. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes me happy. Will you join me for a bike ride through the English gardens? Absorb the history. This foreign place should be our fairy tale, right out of nowhere. We swirl around the castle where we claim the king and queen, and fly above the trees, up away. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes me happy. When you need time, or a little bit of air, you feel the planet spinning underneath your feet. I'll try to help you breathe. The feeling that we need is like a bird chasing the bees, or a sun that sets before the sea. With you I know I'm free to be me. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes us happy. You're an astronaut. I'm a lady with a rocket. Will you go to space with me? Welcome to the Morning Song Show. I'm your host, singer-songwriter Haley Dreiss, and this is a show where I play a song live every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Valentine's Day! What a wonderful day to end the week with. When this week I've been talking all about love, all the different sides of love from my perspective as a singer-songwriter, and playing all of the love songs that I've written. Maybe not all of them, but you've seen a dynamic range of, hopefully, some of the love songs that I've written. And if this is your first time here, I go live on social media all over the place. So wherever you're listening right now is where I tune in every week. And I will end the song with a song that you voted on. So today, this poll is currently in my Instagram stories where you can vote on it before the show starts. And today's poll, of course, is love related, but it was kind of a stretch, guys. It was like, do you want an astronaut or a music producer? Is that a tall order or what? Like, how do you get an astronaut or a well, maybe a music producer would be a lot easier to come into the studio. But no, I've got an astronaut and a music producer for you today. So I hope you're ready. I'm going to be sharing with you my very, very special guest, Lennon Leppert. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. And I'm so excited to share our discussion we had. We sat down together last night and we talked right before he took me on a little surprise Valentine's adventure. He is an astronaut, a Valentine, a music producer, and he also produced this album with me. Astronaut, the one I've been talking about. If you've been tuning in and you're like, oh my gosh, I've heard so much about Astronaut. Well, Lennon is behind the board on this one. I'm so excited to share with you. I'm going to check in with everybody and cheers you into the morning because it's all about, wait, there we go. Chelsea Robson has these mugs. Just love. Just love. How appropriate. How appropriate. So you guys are the best. Let me cheers you in. Dales Jr. on Instagram. Hello. Pascal Pack. And let's see, we've got Anija Locomele, Jussi Oliveira. Hello. Good morning, Elisa. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day with Just Love. Cheers to you. And MV Scrapper and Allison. Hi. Oh, she says happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. You guys are the best. I'm sharing all the love with you today in so many ways because you guys have brought so much joy into my life over the last few months. And I hope you've been feeling some joy from just being, just listening and being part of this. And if you've chatted with me, I've really felt the love over the last month and a half that I've done this show. Momin, Yasin, thank you for joining, and feel free to comment along the way. I just want to say before I move on to Periscope and Facebook, if you are just, this is a show all about love, right? Valentine's Day. Today, it's just going to be emoji dropping of those hearts. So if you're feeling anything moving you, loving it, just wanting to share some hearts, go for it. This is the day where you can share all of the heart emojis with all the context in the world. I'm going to say hi to my friends on Periscope. Life Color Lefette, hello from France. You are an amazing artist from what I hear, and I am so excited to have you here this morning. Thank you so much. Mike, happy Hearts Day. Happy Hearts Day, Mike. Cheers, just love. Here we go. Thanks for being here. Dirk, happy Valentine's Day for you, dear Haley. Thank you, Dirk. Happy Valentine's Day to you. I'm sending all the love your way. And let's see, we've got some more emojis. Fabulous. Edgar, good morning, Haley. Good morning, Edgar. Great to see you. I'm so glad that you got the CDs that were ordered, and I can't wait for you to enjoy the music. So thanks so much for your support on that, and it's great. Mr. H said, I saw the notification and said, oh, I really like her and dove in, and it was a lovely song. Oh, yay, good. Thank you so much. That is so great. Thank you so much. I'm flattered. Sending all the love your way. Feel free to continue if you are tuning in for the first time or just catching the replay, feel free to follow, like, subscribe. You'll get notified whenever I go live next. It's always fun in the mornings. Life Color Lafette, very good music. Thank you so much. And oh my God, Natasha. Hey girl, nice to see you. Thanks for joining this morning. You tuned into the right episode, Natasha, and Chelsea. I'm about to have Lennon Leppert on the show, and this is going to be so good. And let me tell you about him. You guys want to hear about Lennon Leppert? So it was really funny because he was behind, I always say he's like behind the board, and he's always like yelling at me when he talks to me, and he's like running sound or whatever, which now I'm running sound. He's hopefully sleeping right now. And I was like, what is it like being on the other side? And he's like, it's weird not being in PJs and drinking my Nespresso. That's where he feels most at home. He'll share more. As the notorious Lennon Leppert. Yes, Chelsea. So I pulled up his actual formal bio because even though I'm incredibly biased as he's my Valentine and my music producer, I have to give you some straight facts real quick. And I want to preface this, if you are tuning in to this Friday, Feature Friday type episode, it's going to be a little bit longer than I usually do, just by the nature of, switching between guests and things. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that, but stay for as long as you can. It's going to be really fun. We should go about 30-ish minutes. So anyway, Lennon Leppert is a producer. This is from his website, a producer from Los Angeles, with credits and clients ranging from Disney, Discovery Channel, The Learning Channel, to Natasha Bedingfield, The Rex, Tiesto, KRS-One. His musical knowledge and diversity play an important role in his production style and approach to writing. Classically trained in a variety of instruments, including piano, trumpet, drum set, cello, and voice. I like that little add-in, Lennon. That's great. Lennon started writing music commercially at the age of 13 and had garnered various roles for music editor, copyist, composer on many network shows, and records records of various genres. He had the pleasure of working with artists of all styles and backgrounds, Tokyo to London, Nashville to LA. His production style is as diverse as the artists he works with, which is true. He works with a lot of different types of artists and even does film scoring. In 2018, he launched his newest venture, Highway 1 Records, and he balances his duties at Highway 1 while working with select artists as a producer. So if you are looking for a producer, he's the guy. I know that he can really bring a song to life, and so that's why I've enjoyed working with him. And the thing that he and I have in common is that we were both classically trained, and it was really great. That's how we kind of got to know each other at first. We were like, oh, you're a songwriter? Oh, you're a classical musician? So that it really helps us communicate really differently in the studio and just in general. So I'll also share with you where we went last night at the end of the show. So stay tuned. I'm going to, we're going to go back to last night where I sat down with Lennon Leppert. Are you guys ready? I'll be in the chat the whole time, so feel free to hang out, and we will chat while I watch the video with you. Stay tuned. Well, look who I have here. This is the man of the 15 minutes. This is Lennon Leppert, extraordinaire, partner in crime, Valentine. Did you see how I rhymed there? Producer. What is it? So if you don't know this, Lennon has been behind the board for the last month, and I'm curious what it's like being on the other side now. And
I'm just looking at my hair in this light. It's like glistening. It's kind of cool.
You can get addicted to looking at yourself on the screen.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It can be very tempting.
So what did you ask me?
What it was like being on the other side, but
it's great. I don't have to look anyway. I don't have to do my hair at all. I sip coffee from behind the camera and behind the soundboard, and that's my favorite place in life. I like to be behind the scenes.
Yes.
I can wear like sweatpants and a hoodie every day if I want.
But I definitely remember this vision of you completely with coffee. He was like, as long as I have an espresso pod, I'll be
as long as I have my coffee, I'm down.
Yeah. Well, I am glad that you decided to be on the other side for me today. He's doing me a favor.
Because I'm so ugly.
Okay, we do not talk that way about ourselves on the show. This is a positive space, nor do we do it outside of the show. We'll get back to that later.
Okay.
So let's talk about Astronaut. And first of all, this is the album that we're talking about and the song. And Astronaut is the first song on the album. And I remember when I played this song for you the first time, and I was curious, what did you think of the song? And what did you think about the album, like how the album would sound after writing it? Without making you blush.
Wait, well, the first thing I thought about the song was, I think that was the first time anyone had ever written a song about me. And I wrote many really? Songs about girls growing up.
Yes, he did.
That was my way of telling a girl
yes,
I liked them as a teenager, and luckily those days are over.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Wait, did they hear these songs?
Oh yeah, they heard
did,
them, and none of them reacted well.
Really?
Not one of them.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they react well?
They weren't flattered. I think they were creeped out.
What in the world kind of songs were you writing?
They were normal pop songs. Yeah.
When I first was dating Lennon, I received a playlist that
no,
was...
I sent you like a Dropbox zip file.
Right.
It was
a
so
very
much music.
large file of music because I was on this like insane plane ride, which I was like, okay, I'll listen to some music, read a book, a few podcasts.
Yeah, you were like can you send me some of your like music that I haven't heard?
I asked for his music. I get the full library, segmented in multiple genres. This gentleman over here has done film scoring, German opera singing as a child, producing tracks, which he was like, can you just listen to the track of this song? I don't want you to hear the vocal.
God, yeah. I would just send tracks. I did my first album when I was 10 or 11, and I was a first soprano. And so I sang a lot of German songs, and I sent 10 tracks of that.
Yes, I heard a lot
classics
of that.
like Panis Angelicus and a bunch of German carols and stuff like that. And then, let's see, I had scored like software programs, so I sent a lot of those tracks.
Wow.
And everything
you really
in between.
Were winning me over there.
Yeah,
no,
right?
But you really did. I was
like, how many tracks did I send you? Like 75 tracks or something? Cause
I might have been more than that.
Yeah, because just the software program was 30. And they were short. Some of them, they were short cues, but like I sent and I broke them down, I think, into an Excel spreadsheet, right? Or something. I had them list. Oh no, the folders were named. Exactly what they were, with a notepad note, a text file that you could open up and see.
Wait, what was in the text file?
It was just, the text file just said what I was sending. It said like, I just like broke down why I sent it and what it was.
Oh, yes. No. I remember this. I had to read this text before I even looked at. We go all out when we do things. We've had an interesting dating experience. I'm sure I'd love to save that though for our podcast episode, which I've already planned in the future. If you're willing to join me for
You might want to grab this info right now because I can't guarantee anything. I'm a very busy person.
Well, okay. We met in Nashville, Tennessee when I wrote that song. Let's go back to Astronaut, the song.
Yeah.
Yep. So you heard the song, you were like, oh my gosh, this was written about me. What about the album? Like, we worked on the album together, and I'm wondering about the sound. Like, how would you describe the sound and our approach? And I know that it was an unexpected thing that we were working together, but at the same time, I am so glad that you were the one who finished this album. He laughs. He wasn't expecting to record this album, which is a long story.
I begged because I was in love with the music, and I co-wrote 2 of the songs, but it was the songs I wasn't even a writer on that I was in love with the most. And I'd always wanted to do a folk album, like folk pop. And
when Lennon and I met on Tinder, by the way, I'll share that part of our dating story. He told me he loved Ingrid Michaelson, and on this date, he wanted to specifically sit and listen to Ingrid Michaelson on our second date. And
no, first date actually. It didn't work out. You shut it down.
I did. I was like, I don't think you want to listen to Ingrid Michaelson and just listen to music.
And literally, that's what I wanted to do.
He actually did.
I'm a unicorn.
So, yes, here we have a unicorn.
Yeah.
I look forward to working on album number 5 with you, and I'm excited about it because we'll be starting from scratch.
Wait, why are we moving on to 5? We're talking about Astronaut. We can talk about 5 in a second.
There's
more.
Okay.
So when I heard Astronaut for the first time, it was like a video that you had taken at 2 a.m, and you were like sitting on your bathroom floor with your guitar, and you were like, check out this song I just wrote. And I immediately knew it was about me, but I was scared to ask if it was about me because I thought maybe it's not. And then I'm going to like make a fool out of myself. Like, oh yeah, this is an idea I've been working on for like 2 years, and I just found the melody. But she did write it about me. So
he was worried I was writing it about someone else.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or, well,
who knows?
It's true. I mean, so the character of Lady with a Rocket, of course, needed someone to travel with. And I met Lennon at a time when I came back from touring and was like, exploring the idea of making this new album and traveling with and alongside someone. So that brought me to the idea of an astronaut. But I think he definitely reacted like, wait, is this about me? Like, he couldn't believe it. Which
I couldn't believe it. I was blessed with your presence of a song.
No, that's not
it's okay. We all think that when we write a song, we're like, this is the best thing that's ever been written about anyone.
You never know when you're writing a song. Like, if I actually talked about
suck,
that
or if
yesterday.
the person's going to hate it.
What?
What? You never know.
Well, I was talking about that in the Thursday show that I didn't want to name drop names because I didn't want to like offend someone if they like thought, I don't know. I didn't want to set the expectation of
writing mean songs.
No, I'm not. I
thought all your
this
songs
yesterday.
Well, there's one song that I can think of, but that doesn't matter.
Well, anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. There are some songs.
I can confirm.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. No, there are definitely some songs that you wouldn't want to call out people. I get that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. No, and I
deep
think
meanings.
I was talking about this yesterday as kind of a respect through the process, but you want to be honest. Anyway, I was honestly
Taylor Swift just had a documentary come out about her, so maybe you should start sharing names.
Oh,
because she pretty much tweets the names out of people that she's written about.
Oh, I know. I referenced Dear John on the Thursday show.
Well, Dear John, but like, write a song for Bob Lefsetz. Do that.
Do people know who Bob Lefsetz is?
If you don't, go check out Bob Lefsetz's letters.
Seriously.
And his podcast. He interviews like the best people.
This man writes like
he doesn't care at all.
He comments about the music industry.
Yeah.
So he
and
had
he's
thoughts
a lawyer,
about Taylor Swift. I have to read that.
He talked about her, and that's why she wrote mean about him. He criticized her vocal performance on one of the award shows. You knew that.
I do.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Yeah, any other thoughts on Astronaut before I perform it while you're resting in peace?
Every morning you say that, I'm like, that sounds like I'm dead. No, it's not cool.
No, but it's like you're alive and resting in peace. It's a joke.
Yeah, but that's not how people probably take it.
No. He's alive. He's right here. Anyway.
Hi. I'm not asleep right now.
Yeah, any other thoughts?
I don't know. I'm proud of it. I think you're proud of it. And I am excited to direct the sound towards something cool and new, which it's going to be very cool. It's already cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited about the 5th album.
I'm really excited about what we are working on right now. And we're in the beginning stages of it. And it's going to be really fun because we're going to be able to be involved with writing it together, which doesn't usually happen, like producing and writing and recording all at the same time. Usually it's like you come to a producer with your songs and hope that they might, at least that's my experience, like hope that they might turn it in. Oh, the LA way. Okay. I want to hear about the LA way later.
I'm converting Haley from the Nashville way. to the LA way, which is very collaborative from the beginning.
Exactly.
And track-based writing and creating the track while the song's being written and stuff.
Yeah, that's been the biggest adjustment for me, is missing the collaborative nature of Nashville. I miss co-writing, that type of co-writing. Now, what I've loved, though, about LA is just how original the sound is. Like, every artist is original and daring and exciting and fresh, and working with producers. And I honestly imagine myself working on a record this way from the beginning.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think like Nashville, the writers are 100%. Well, they're not. I'm not going to say they're better because I don't want to say LA writers aren't good. The top in LA are great, but I feel like the lower level in Nashville are probably better. They're definitely better than the lower level in LA, just because people are more obsessed with the songwriting in Nashville. But with
there's some amazing players in Nashville. Maybe it's different.
Well, yeah, we have amazing players here though too. I think the producers are better out here. I think most of the producers that are in Nashville, there's like a handful that can produce the way we do out here. But overall, I think producers are used to doing like crazy stuff for like no budgets out here, all programmed on a laptop.
And so it's competitive.
It's competitive, and I think it's just different. Nashville, it's like you go into a studio and you have a band play with you live, and they're that good. The players are that good, but it doesn't necessarily mean the production is that hard to do. It just, you have to be a good engineer and kind of have great players, which they do. But the way we're creating this album is definitely more the LA way, where we're like collaborative from day one, crafting the sound from the very beginning.
With your role as a producer, briefly, what does that kind of look like? Like, what are you doing in the process for anyone who might not know, like, how that
I get works? Coffee.
No, he does not.
I light candles.
Yes, he does that.
I make sure all the gear is working in top order. I don't know. Yeah, we
run the robot vacuum.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing as a producer you have to do in this kind of situation with like this kind of project is just interpret where the song needs to go without getting in the way, but also have a sense of ownership. Usually when an artist comes to a producer and is like, hey, I want this to be produced, you kind of have to be okay with the fact that it's already their idea and you're not going to really have ownership of it, except for like, you know, points on the master or something. But like real creative ownership, it's really their vision. They've already created it. And I feel like in this situation, which is more and more what I'm doing lately, this kind of thing, I'm having ownership from day one.
Yeah, and that's something that I think will be different in my process is taking, delegating ownership with you and in the creative part, in the sound, even in the songwriting, more so than we have ever before, arranging. I feel like this will definitely be a team effort. I'm looking forward to that because I think working with others is something I love to do, but don't have the opportunity. Like we're in a space now and a time and place where we can do that.
Yeah, and I think the easiest way for people that don't understand the songwriting process or the production process of what we're talking about is basically the sound of the synth that you're using is being decided at the same time the lyrics are. Like that's how intertwined everything is.
Yeah,
it's
I feel like our co-writing is like, we're like, well, when we wrote one of the songs that we're working on, or that we're working on, I came in with this lyric and melody. He went and he played his piano synth and then started.
My piano synth?
His synth, but just in case anyone doesn't.
My Juno 106 that I'm very proud of.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful synth. That's cool.
She gives me a hard time for buying a bunch of synths, but I currently own like 10 synths.
Facebook Marketplace has,
Facebook Marketplace, I buy all synths. If you're selling a synth, hit up the show, DM Haley, and we'll get this going.
Oh my gosh.
I take broken synths too because I can fix them. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to close this segment here.
Oh, we're ending on synths. Yes, my dream. We're ending on synths.
Well, we have to go on our Valentine's date.
That's true.
We're going on.
I know, we have limited time.
So Lennon is surprising me. And by the time that this is
She'll know the surprise.
Says.
She can tell you in a
anything.
minute because this video is going to go right. Yeah. So you'll be able to tell. In 1 minute, you'll find out what we did last night, which is tonight.
Oh, Thursday is when it happened, but it's going to be aired on Friday. Oh, okay.
Awkward. It's not morning right now.
Oh, but here we are. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for working with me, and thanks for your sweet words about the album. I'm so glad we met on Tinder.
Me too. My persistence won. It was me. I'm the reason we're dating.
That's sweet.
I'm also the reason that I'm producing her fifth album.
I love that transitioned after
I know, right?
we talked about
it's
the
so
collaborative
sweet and
nature of everything.
and then I took credit for everything.
I'll take it. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. This guy. Did you guys enjoy that interview? I loved talking to Lennon. It was we were surprised at how fun that was going to be. We walked out and we were like, oh, that was way more enjoyable than I would say he imagined. Let's put it that way. Thank you for watching and listening to a little bit more. Hopefully you had a little bit more of a context to this album now, just with the people who are involved, aka Lennon, and Astronaut's the name of the game. I love how he was talking about his reaction to when I first wrote it, and that he didn't want to ask if it was about him. I thought that was so cute. You can bet that the song I'm going to play today, what song do you think I'm going to play today? What song could I possibly play on Valentine's Day when my astronaut is watching? What could I possibly be playing? You guessed it, Astronaut. Yes, I'm going to play Astronaut for you, so stay tuned. Here we go. In case you were wondering where we went last night, I mentioned that he took me on a pre-Valentine's Day little adventure, and it was fun. He took me to a surprise, it's like a pop-up series of classical music, and they go to these really interesting venues and random places. Last night happened to be in this like historic church, and they like lined the entire stage with candles, and it was beautiful, and it was all classical works about love. It was like the morning song show but at night. Just kidding. It wasn't like the morning song show. It was beautiful, and it was these lush strings, and it was a really, really thoughtful way, I felt like, to celebrate Valentine's Day with something that we really connected with. So anyway, sending all the love to you guys. Here is my song, Astronaut. You're an astronaut. I'm a lady with a rocket. Will you go to space with me, or fall for the galaxy while we run away to the Middle East? You drop me off with strawberries on a bus to Tel Aviv. Never thought I'd fit right in a world I've never been. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes me happy. Will you join me for a bike ride through the English gardens? Absorb the history. This foreign place should be our fairy tale, right out of nowhere. We swirl around a castle where we claim king and queen and fly above the trees, up, up away. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes me happy. And you need time, 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 or a little bit of air. Feel the planet spinning underneath your feet. I'll try to help you breathe. The feeling that we need is like a bird chasing the bees, or a sun that sets before the sea. With you I know I'm free to be me. I wanna fly, forget the wind that's swaying me away from you. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend my life chasing the place that makes us happy. You're an astronaut, I'm a lady with a rocket. Will you go to space with me? That was my song Astronaut. That was dedicated to all of you guys, all of the love that I'm sending to you, all of the love to my Valentine, Lennon Leppert. Thank you so much for being on the show, Lennon. If you're watching, I appreciate you talking about something that is really special to both of us and special to me. So thank you guys for listening today. I am not going to have like the closing screen like I usually do, just because it's already a longer episode. But I do want to let you know that you can get any of the music that you've heard on my show and that song Astronaut at HaleyDriceMusic.com. The link is in my bio, or you can find it in any of my social media links. But if you go there, you'll be able to find any of my albums, including this one, Astronaut, that we talked about today. But I've got 4 albums currently out, working on the 5th, that you can pick up in the store if you want to bring something home. Handwritten lyrics, t-shirts, custom songs, sweatshirts, you name it. I've got it in my online store, and that's a great way to support the show as well as get something in return. So I'd love for you to have the music. And if you just want to support the show, there's no pressure at all. I just wanted to let you know, if you already have the music and you just want to support it, I do have a PayPal as well as a Venmo where you can show your love and support that way too. So I just want to, without further ado, wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. I've loved hanging out with you guys, and I think something may have happened on Instagram that I see. So I'm just going to post the whole show, or at least a segment of the show, in my IGTV. I'm going to figure out how to do that because I've never done that before. It'll be fun. But thank you so much for tuning in while I was performing Georgie. Mom, sending love to Barrett and Darla. Mike. Yes, Georgie is, I believe, speaking Hungarian. I need to translate and follow up with you after the show. Love to the Lennon the Leopard, my mom says. Yes, much love to him. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am going to sign out, and I will see you, I will see you next week for a new theme, new songs, and we'll be back at it on Monday. I love you guys. See you then. Well, look